Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm going to be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made by actual asexuals. Hee hee. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and/or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I am Ellie. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns. And today I will be your DM, your demisexual museum.
Ooh.
Have I done museum before?
Eiriol's the one that remembers, don't ask us.
Yes, you may detect some different voices in this episode. I will pass us over to our lovely PCs to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi Brogue. That's a bard and a rogue. And it hasn't been a long time since we recorded, but in my brain it has. So I was like, Raina, who's that?
Yeah, I feel that.
Ready to go. Oh, we both use she, her pronouns. One day I'll remember to say that.
And I think I should go next. I'm Katie. I use she or they pronouns, and I am playing Morgan. And I've just decided Morgan's spells half an hour ago, about 3 or 4 episodes after we leveled up. But in my defense, we haven't done any combat yet.
Why do you say that like it's a problem?
Because it's nice to know what spells your character has.
Yeah, but I can't just throw combat at you all the time.
I mean, you could.
No, I'm not criticising. I'm just saying that it hasn't been essential to know which spells she has until now. Possibly until now. Maybe you won't give any combat for another 3 weeks. I don't know. Anyway. And also we have, drum roll.
Hello, you can call me Nate. I am visiting and playing never-before-seen character Equilibrium Brightwater.
Woo! Woo! It's so nice to have you back on the podcast.
I'm so happy to be here, y'all.
Yee! It's also like I haven't spoken to you at voice to voice in ages and ages, and so it's just really nice to hear your voice and to be like, hello!
Same to you.
Hello! Yeah, so we're doing things a little bit differently for the next couple of episodes. The party has officially split off into 2 groups, and depending on how we've ordered this, either you will hear the other two and a special guest later this episode, or you already have heard the other two and a special guest. I don't know yet. We'll see what the vibe is. So, can somebody give us a little heads up, fill us in a little bit about what happened last time?
So, we went to the ball and we made fun of Morgan's family. Turned it into a Kaylee, which they didn't like very much. And then Gambol turned up, except we don't know Gambol. And I don't think that they told us their name.
A person whose name we can't remember, who is a definite tiefling.
Oh yes, definitely.
And sibling of Equilibrium Brightwater turned up.
Eloise Liberty
There
Brightwater.
we go.
Eloise Liberty Brightwater.
Person we do not know who they are at all and are unrelated to any previous characters, turned up and was like, hey, you know my brother Equilibrium who you met earlier? And we were like, yeah, we were going to meet him at the ball. Where is he? I don't know why we're talking like this now. But then they were like, yeah, well, funny thing, we're actually going to meet later. Not right now. Sorry. And so this is post-ball.
For some reason that I have not thought of, to be honest.
Equilibrium was talking to a clock.
I like to schedule my social interactions very precisely.
Yeah. Toz had some business that her father had asked her to deal with, so her and Delphi went over to Garamaris. Oh, it was her uncle. Oh, she saw her dad and her uncle. That's why I'm getting confused. Yes. Her uncle decided to ask her to do something, so her and Delphi are off in Garamaris dealing with that, and Raina and Morgan are seeing what spiciness the mysteries involve.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the two of you were told by Liberty to meet the twins at the docks.
We think. We couldn't quite remember, but if it's not the docks, then it's the docks now.
Then it's the docks. So, Morgan, even though this is very much your city, this isn't really the part of town that you would usually go to. Generally, the more affluent you are, the further inland you are. Morgan's family are kind of solidly in the center of town, which kind of means that they're sort of middle class-ish.
I think it's less that they're middle class, more that the amount of money they have is not very much, but the amount of status they have is still pretty high.
Yeah, exactly. That they're clinging on to upper middle class things, finery, lifestyle with their greasy.
Like many people historically, they have a building. They don't have any money.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, as you go out further, obviously the buildings become a little bit more bedraggled. But when you get out onto the docks, I'm trying to think of a real life place that's a sort of equivalent, but essentially you have these sort of houses and things on almost like wooden stilts, like boardwalks, and the buildings are very sort of ramshackle, and lots of kind of boardwalks and temporary constructions hold the docks together, because it's almost like it was very quickly constructed and then people never really left. And this is where you find the twins. Equilibrium, how would you describe how Equilibrium looks currently?
Currently, I think I forgot to mention, because it changes, but when presenting as Equilibrium, he uses he, him pronouns, and he looks, I think, if you'll allow it, literally, if there's a picture in the dictionary next to the word tiefling, that is what Equilibrium looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Ellie described him as very average looking, which I think is about the same.
Aggressively bland.
Like a male presenting version, like, of the player's handbook picture.
Exactly.
Like an AI version of male tiefling.
Yes, he looks like an AI-generated tiefling.
The physical manifestation of the name Chris.
Oh! Apologies to any Chris's
it's true.
there.
We love you, Chris's, but also I'm just thinking of like the Pratt and the Hemsworths and the Pine and all of the others. There's a lot of Chris's, and they all look like they've been 3D printed from the same mold. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight to behold.
I'll try to do my best Chris Pratt voice impression.
Oh, please don't.
No.
We don't need that.
No! Stick to your beautiful equilibrium voice. And then Liberty, who has stood next to Equilibrium. It's funny, you know, when you last saw Liberty, you thought that she was like a really bright pink. In this light, she looks more like a sort of, almost like a sort of slightly reddish pink. But it might just be that it's evening time.
Yeah.
So, the two of the twins wave you over.
I would like, before we go over, Morgan's gonna press a little object into Raina's hand, which is an arcane abeyance bead with a spell in it, and say, activate that if things get bad.
All right.
If things kick off.
Will do. Quick question.
Yeah.
Activate it, like, right here or, like, throw it?
No, on you.
Okay, good to know.
It's got a spell in it.
Well, yes, I realised that. I just didn't want to, accidentally cast a fireball on myself.
No. It's for you. Make you faster.
Oh, I see. And then Raina just winks and slips it into her pocket.
Yeah, okay, are you guys approaching?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're badass. These two randos probably can't hurt us. Probably.
Hi, thanks for meeting us here.
Greetings.
Oh, it's no problem. Thank you for meeting us so graciously.
Yeah, what's happening? What's going on?
Well, there's a bit of a situation.
I gathered.
Yeah, it's, well, the thing is, and my brother won't want to admit this, but we thought that we kind of maybe needed a time expert.
Okay. Oh, it's a time thing. All right, yeah.
I just, turn to Morgan.
Yeah, well, we're not sure, but we're not really sure what the cause of it is, but the effect is definitely timey wimey to say the least. Equilibrium, do you want to chip in?
I've had to go to this ball 3 times, and all of my friends are upset.
I'm sorry?
Okay. You've gone to the ball 3 times. Has it been...
Yes, the same ball 3 times.
Is this like that well-known scroll story, Rabbit Day, where it's the Rabbit Day over in the Gnome City, and the gnome has to wake up every day, and it's the same day? That fictional story?
I think I heard a minstrel sing that in a pub once.
Yeah, I think it's been published for a while.
Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that, with a couple of notable differences.
Okay. Yes. So what's going on? You're looping? Is it you looping? Equilibrium? Everyone looping?
Are you the Rabbit Day person?
That's a good question. I hadn't. Well, considering it's both of us, I don't think it's just us.
So it's both of you. Okay.
But I think it's everyone.
Oh.
Well, I mean, my mother is not a... I like to think that my mother would say to me that she was trapped in a Rabbit Day loop. I like to think she would tell me this if she was aware of it. And she'd been hosting balls over and over again, feeling like it's different days. What?
That's the thing, is no one else really seems to remember that this day has happened multiple times. We came back into the city, was it 3 days ago now, Gambol? Not Gambol. 3 days ago, Equilibrium.
Yes, 3 days of pleasantries that could have been avoided when we have better things to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So you came in, whatever the date is. So can we make up a number for the date? Like it's the 26th or something?
Yeah.
So today's the night of the ball was the 26th. Are you saying you came in on the 23rd, or did you come in on the 25th and then it's just been...
So, okay, this is the thing. This is what we're trying to figure out. At the moment, what we know so far is that we have lived through this 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be localized. So, when you...
So you can leave?
Enter into... So you can leave, yeah.
Right.
So, when we came in at around 4 o'clock, that was...
What's 4:03?
That's when we reset. Yes, 4:03. That's when we reset to, every day.
Okay.
4:03.
Yeah. And then
We came in just this morning, right?
you came in the early afternoon.
Okay.
I think you bumped into
Equilibrium shortly after that.
Equilibrium at about 4:30, I would say.
Okay. No wonder you didn't want to go to the party again. Oof.
Yeah.
We are in desperate need of a chronomancer.
Yes, I can see that. So no one else has noticed it, you say?
Well, they've all forgotten.
No one else seems to notice. Yeah, we're worried that it's a localized thing, and we don't know how long it's been going on for, because the people who come in and leave within the 24-hour period are unaffected.
Okay.
So if you left now, then you would be okay, we think, as far as we can tell.
Wait, is there anyone, I know this is not nighttime, so probably not, but is there any kind of, like, town criers or, like, newspaper sellers around?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, if we come in here and we think it's the 26th, then surely whatever date the people of this city think it is going to tell us how long it's been going on for.
That's what we thought as well, but it seems like there's some kind of effect that allows the logic of things to kind of slide over, like goo or something.
Like goo.
An enchantment.
It is an offense to the very concept of logic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my brother's getting real tied up about it.
1 second, I want to check something, and she pulls out her weirdometer, and then just kind of scans it around, points it at Gimbal a bit, points it at Equilibrium a bit, points it at Liberty a bit, like, vaguely waves it around. Anything interesting?
It's no longer a gravometer, it's a weirdometer.
Yeah, it's a weirdometer. It goes ding when there's weirdness.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. It's a gravometer.
Gravity and time, historically unrelated.
Oh yeah, nothing to do with each other.
Well, so that's always been the prevailing theory in this. But I wonder... Okay, you are reading something, but it's different to the usual weirdery.
Okay.
Much lower frequency.
The usual weirdery.
The usual weirdery.
So like a low amplitude oscillating sine wave in the background or something.
Oh, I hate you. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
You know what a sine wave is. You did the GCSE maths.
I am not a woman in STEM. Yes. So you can tell that there's definitely something going on, but it doesn't seem to be of the kind of order of magnitude that you've encountered so far.
Huh. So when you say it's repeating, is like the weather the same? Do we know that it's actually the time has changed, or has everyone forgotten that they've done the day and so they're doing the things they thought would be happening on that day, but it's actually there's no time localized, it's the date is being carrying on. Oh no, people were coming out of the city and say, yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really odd. I mean, I noticed like a few of the dignitaries tonight were Loxodon, right?
Yeah. Is that new?
Yeah, so it depends. That's the thing, is it's not just a repeated sequence of events. Things can change.
I see we weren't here before.
You guys weren't here before.
Was the party much more boring?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, so boring.
That's good to know.
So there was no dancing, there was no nothing. So I think as long as people leave, then they're able to kind of carry on. But for the rest of us, we're stuck in this bubble.
But if you haven't been able to leave then?
To be honest, we probably could, but
just walk out, you can leave?
I got curious. We are, let's say, hobbyist weirdery people. We just got an interest in the stuff. Nothing professional, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, fair.
You can say you're an adventurer, it's fine.
No. We are very normal. We don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Raina, if they say they're very normal, then they are very normal.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I can say it as much as I want, Morgan. Ain't gonna make it true. She's saying with a smile on her face.
We have hobbies of appropriate eccentricity for our station.
Yeah, what he said. So, we could have left, but...
Oh no, yeah, I'm not saying you should. This is interesting. This is cool. I mean, I'm not cool, horrifying.
Yeah.
One of those things.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. I mean, I know Felicity was getting up to some weird stuff. That's my time gravity buddy. But she was not reporting stuff like this. Wow. Okay.
Well, pretty much everything we've come across hasn't been anything like this. They've all been different.
Yeah. I mean, affecting a whole... Well, is it the whole city, you think? All of Antaburgh?
As far as we can tell, yeah. Whenever we have conversations with people, they don't seem to register that anything's going on. So for all we know, we could be completely cuckoo bananas. Yeah, it would be really useful to have somebody who's a little bit more of a specialist come in and have a look at this stuff. And also, as far as we can tell, the longer you're here, the less you remember. And we're a little bit worried that from here on out, things are gonna get harder for us.
Right.
Okay. Noted.
Time pressure then. Totally fine.
Time pressure. Cool. That's fine. So we can't try it out 70 times?
You could, you just might not remember that you're doing it.
Yeah.
So maybe actually all the people did notice, and then they spent a month trying to get out of it and then forgot that they had to.
I just thought maybe it's because we're better than everyone else, but I don't know. That's just a working theory.
Oh, right, better, okay.
What about physical stuff, like if I left something in the street, is it still going to be there the same day?
Good question. Do they not have any paint?
Not particularly.
Not on me.
I don't tend to carry it around.
Okay, it's fine. I'll do something else then.
I can carve something in the wall if that's helpful.
Or we could carve something, I guess. I was going to do a magic on it, but all right.
You know, you don't always need magic to solve your problems, Morgan.
False, but okay.
I'll just start scratching a little symbol into the whatever the nearest wall is, preferably in like shadow or something, so it's not like out in the open.
Just vandalism out in the open.
Just a little light bit of vandalism.
This is the random docks. It's covered in graffiti already. Do as much graffiti as you want.
Yeah. I'll just do like a series of lines that like look like they could potentially be accidental, but they actually make a particular pattern that I would recognize.
Is it 2 vertical lines and then another 2 vertical lines and then like one's on its side and then it's like there's 4 boxes for these lines in?
That pattern makes me sad for some reason.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Sorry about it. Sad? Wait, it makes you both sad? Am I making sad patterns? Why am I making sad patterns?
I don't know. It just induces an aura of sadness in me. Anyway, how long is it till? Does it switch over at midnight or 4 p.m?
Yeah, it's midnight. It's
all right.
Midnight.
So you've only lived through like 10 hours or however much that is.
4 p.m. till midnight is, I can do maths, 8 hours.
Yeah, everyone's just not getting a morning.
They might be getting a morning, and then these two are just coming in at 4 p.m. We'll find out tomorrow. See if we get
4:03.
It 4:03 p.m.
4:03.
We
yes.
can find out. We can find out tomorrow. See if we end up in midday. In fact, it's not long till midnight, so we'll find out soon.
As you guys are having this conversation, the bell begins to chime for midnight.
Meet us at 4:03 at. No, like 4:30 or whatever, at that place you met us before, Equilibrium.
If I remember.
See you on the other side.
Yep.
Alright, we'll find you. And then, boom. Raina and Morgan, you wake up. So, like, it's almost like you've been daydreaming, and you kind of come back to your senses. You're just inside the kind of city limits.
Yep.
You look down, and you're both wearing your fancy waistcoats.
Okay. Do I still have my fancy horn jewellery?
You do still have your fancy horn jewellery.
Okay.
And it is dusk, so 7 or 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I was not expecting that.
Why 7 or 8 o'clock? Oh wait, we went to Guy Maris. Okay.
So this must to be when we arrive back.
Yep. All right, let's go try and find the twins, I guess.
No
Whoops.
Toz and Delphi, because they're over in the other city. Okay.
Yep. Okay, let's go find the twins and then make a plan. I don't know what that plan will be because I am excited, but I don't know what to do here.
I'm glad one of us is, because I'm quite scared.
Yeah. I would like for us to make our way, if we can, make our way to where we found Equilibrium the other time, although he might have gone off at this point because, wow, we did not schedule that very well, did we?
Nope.
Yeah, so you appear in the street and you can't see Equilibrium or Liberty.
Oh, spirit's ears.
Can you cast Sending?
I can, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, if you can get in touch with Equilibrium. What did he say his personal name was? Well, we'll ask him if he wants his personal name or not.
Yeah, I'll send a sending to Equilibrium and be like, ever so sorry, we appear to have appeared later in the day, but we're here now. Where are you?
Equilibrium, where do you think, if you showed up at 4:03 and the party didn't show up for like over an hour, where do you think Equilibrium might have gone to kind of either try and find them or try and investigate?
I think he would just stay there at the meeting point and just be real mad about it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's retcon that then.
Never
Gambol is definitely, I mean, Eloise Liberty is definitely nowhere to be seen. She ain't hanging around. But yeah, Equilibrium is there.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Equilibrium. We appear to have appeared very later on in the day. We've only just arrived.
Yeah, I forgot the whole thing where we left and went to Gaia Maros and then came back in again.
Well, we had no idea it was going to reset that.
Gives us a good idea of the boundaries.
I suppose that's not really your fault. But also, please try to be more detail-oriented in the future.
You're right, sorry. This feels like it's been such a long time since that happened.
Yes. So, people are going to appear in the last time that they entered the city. So for us, that was the evening. For you, it's 4:03. And so presumably for everyone already in the city, that's just waking up in the morning as normal.
So we reset position, which means it's definitely not so like a memory wiping every night thing. It's definitely a time resetting thing.
Well, yes. It's got to be physical because we moved.
Yep.
However, where's Liberty gone? Where's your sister?
Let me check. The waistcoat shop.
Okay.
I'm going to, whisper into Morgan. I'm like, Morgan, I had stories about twins, but I didn't think they were true.
Oh, it was probably, maybe they have a magic item.
No, don't buy that. You don't need that.
Oh, I forgot that they can do that.
Morgan, I think the stories were true.
No, I don't think so. I think you should just let them be, and if they want to speak telepathically to each other, that's their business.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I mean, you can do it too. You can cast Sending.
Well, yeah, but I'm not a twin. I think.
Yeah, so I don't see what your problem is.
What if I'm a twin? Morgan, what if I'm a twin?
We're not a twin. I don't think...
How would I know? Oh,
I don't know.
This day is too much. We've got to move on.
I don't think that your problem is a secret twin.
Yes, I know Jeffrey is nice. But just because the salesman is nice does not mean you have to buy things.
Okay. Why don't... Equilibrium, can you wrangle Liberty and meet us back down at the docks where we were? I want to check on that symbol, see if it's moved.
Yeah, well, we've got our different clothes that we bought, so it's probably still there, but yeah, let's check that. Get more data points.
Okay, to the docks. Liberty may join us.
We do that.
Hey, can you ask Liberty which shop is she in?
That's the shop where your waistcoat there was tailored. It's very precision work.
Can you check if the waistcoat is still there? The existing waistcoat?
The one you're wearing?
Yeah.
A good question.
Is there a duplicate of it here, or is it mysteriously missing from the shop?
Could we have infinite waistcoats?
Yeah, exactly. Infinite waistcoat glitch.
An infinite waistcoat glitch.
No, there is no dusk orange waistcoat like that in the shop.
Okay, so things can move around.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's. Docs. On the way, I'd like to pop by a shop and grab just a cheap set of. Well, it's like a bag of dice.
Okay.
Regular
Cool.
dice.
Yeah.
Not magic dice. Not weighted dice. Just random set of dice, like 10 or 15 dice.
The way you says it makes me think that you're texting Ellie and being like, they're magical dice.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I promise. I just have it in
Super
mind
duper
for a spell.
magical dice.
Hello, you lovely lot. It's me. It's only Chloe. You know the drill by now. It's break time. Go get a drink. Go get a snack. Look after yourselves. But in the meantime, you might consider listening to little old me, because I'm here to tell you ways you can support our lovely little podcast. The best way you can support us is by joining our Patreon. For as little as £3 per month, you will get a shout out on the podcast and access to our Patreon-only Discord. Plus, there's a bunch of other tiers on there with much more exciting benefits, like access to our bonus content, our side quest episodes, for example. You can have access to DM notes and character sheets. You can get your own personalized message right here in the middle. Woo! And you can even have the opportunity to play TTRPG with us, with the cast. And we're basically celebrities at this point. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can find that at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Be sure to check it out. You can even join for free and get updates that way. Of course, if you're not prepared to pay per month, you can always make a one-time donation to our supporter Acast link, which is right there in the episode description. I love you all. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual Aromantics. Oh my gosh, I fully recoiled with the intensity of those whams.
That sounds so fake, Ellie.
No, it genuinely shut up. I genuinely did. I was like, I'm just very tired. Yeah, we are a group of people who are somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the deck of many things. I'm Ellie. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and I will be your DM today, your demisexual mausoleum.
Ooh, spooky.
Wow. I think we've done that one.
Have we?
Yeah.
Damn, you're the one who always knows. Monorail.
Ooh.
We definitely done that one.
Aw.
Definitely done that one.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mantis shrimp?
Melliflua.
No. We've done Mellifluent.
We have done Melliflua?
Have we? We've not.
Mecca.
Yeah, we did it recently.
What about Mecca?
Mecca is good. Demisexual Mecca.
Like a giant robot.
We definitely done that.
I was thinking like Ramadan Mubarak. But
I
go
don't.
ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think we've done Mantis Shrimp.
Mantis shrimp. Demisexual mantis shrimp. That works. And with me today, I have.
Hello, my name is Anne. I play Tohsya Athadel, the party battle master fighter and barbarian. Once again, after being a different class for a while, we're back, baby.
Exciting.
Oh, and Toz and I use she, her pronouns.
I am playing Eiriol. This is weird being in this order. I don't like it.
Alphabetical.
You're playing Eiriol. You're playing like a version of yourself.
You're playing Eiriol?
Did I say I was playing Eiriol?
Yeah.
You did say I'm playing Eiriol.
Why are we speaking to someone else?
Genuinely, my brain immediately scrubbed what I said from my my memory. Like instantaneously, I forgot it.
Baby girl.
She's playing Eiriol, an insane woman.
I am Eiriol, I am playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock. I use she, they pronouns, and Delphi uses she, her pronouns. It's entirely through me being second.
Tee-hee. And we have a secret special guest.
Only secret if you haven't seen the previous one shot that Chloe ran. Hello, I'm Will. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Tohsya's brother, Tor Athadel, who is a secret class. I was talking to a friend about it earlier while Anne was in a different room, and she overheard. And
he said it so loud.
I did not say it so loud. You're just nosy.
I'm not nosy.
I can believe that. To be fair, Will, I can believe that.
What I said it loud or that Am's nosy?
You have
or both.
You have a very naturally loud voice, so I can imagine Am being like and just happening to catch what you say.
Yeah, but I can also imagine Am being nosy. This is the problem with this.
Mean.
Yes. Deeply culpable, both of you. It's both of your responsibilities. And it's fine. Like, so I think it's okay for Toz to know.
Yeah.
Sort of. Like, that's allowed.
Also, I could just play like she doesn't.
You could act. How novel.
Yeah. For our home D&D game, when I joined the session for the first time, because Will was part of the group already before I moved, I came in and our characters were like kind of antagonistic towards each other, and afterwards the DM was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "No, this is just how this works."
This is the vibe.
This is the vibe. You're fine.
This is the vibe. Meanwhile, I've never played a game of D&D with my partner, but every time I'm in any campaign, I'm like, what if I was just like so in love? What if I was just like so in love with a woman? What if I was just like gay?
What if?
What if?
Imagine.
Unfortunately, we'll just have to imagine, because that's never going to happen in real life.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. 5 ever alone. Yeah, okay. So we're doing things a little bit differently in this set of episodes. You either will already have heard the other half of the party plus special guest, or you will hear from other half of the party plus special guests later in this episode. The party have gone their separate ways, and they're both gonna complete these little sort of arcs, sort of conjunctively. That's not what I mean. Like
simultaneously
alongside each other. Simultaneously. That's better.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Like conjunctivitis? Come on.
In conjuncture is probably what you meant.
That's what I meant. I'm very sleepy, so this may be slightly chaotic. So, where did we last leave Tohsya and Delphi?
At the party?
We were being huge nuisances to Morgan's parrots at the ball.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And I was trying to keep Tamara and my dad, like, very apart for the whole evening.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
I don't want my situationship to meet my...
Wait, you don't want your dad to meet your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend, it's a situationship.
She's not my girlfriend, we're just friends.
That sounds like a complicated way. That sounds like girlfriend with more steps.
We just like have hung out twice. It's not a big deal, you guys.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, okay, so while you were at the ball, Tohsya, your dad reminded you that your uncle had asked to see you after the ball and asked you to bring a friend with you, and you elected to bring Delphi, mostly because you guys have been hanging out all day, and also you're team murder, so of course you're besties now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We're both morally okay with killing people.
Yeah. What a fun energy to bring.
What a fun thing to have in common.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Oh, we're just really into murder.
We're both really big fans of murder in a normal way.
I mean, that is kind of every D&D party, if you boil it down to a certain point.
This is true. So both of you, you head out as the ball is kind of winding down. It's a little early, but you're kind of the opinion that it's good to leave while the party is still fun, rather than wait for it to die down and get boring again. So you probably leave at, I would say, like 11:30 at night, and you begin to make your way back to the city of Gaimaros. Toz, are you heading straight to your uncle's offices, or are you gonna stop by anywhere first?
If I could get like a kebab or some chips or something, just because she's been drinking and she's like, I don't think I should show up as tipsy as I am, so I'm just gonna carbo load real quick.
Nice. Delphi, are you joining?
What, for the kebab?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll join in the sense that they will go. They're not going to ditch them and just go to their uncles on their own. Although that would be iconic.
That would be iconic. I meant more like, are you going to also get a kebab, or are you gonna leave it? No. No. Okay, not entranced by the food from Gaimaros.
I will say it's plant-based because I can't eat meat as an elephant lady.
That's not the problem.
Yeah, you find a cute little kebab shop. I think the guy who's behind the counter sort of registers who you are and kind of makes you something up, and then is like, on the house, boss lady, on the house.
We got a boss man, that's great. Thank you, Ellie.
I know! I was like thinking about this the other day. Like, gender affirmation is just being called boss man.
Yeah.
But I think Toz is a boss lady. I don't think she's a boss man. She's a boss lady.
She's still gonna pay for it.
Aww, that's character growth.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, you guys both head out, eating your kebab on the way, I guess, and manage to make your way to Lord Atherdale's offices, mostly in one piece, looking semi-presentable. You head back up, you go through the security checks again. It's a little bit less intense than it was beforehand because they already know you, but also it's nighttime, there aren't going to be that many visitors, so there's just like one guard, and then you head all the way up to the top floor, knock on the door, and you hear your uncle's voice inside, and he says, "Come in."
I check to make sure there's no like sauce on my outfit, and then I will go in.
Roll for sauce. Roll for sauce.
No.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
I'm the DM. I'm the DM. Roll for sauce.
That's a 13.
Okay. There's a little bit, but it kind of blends in with your dress, so it's fine.
Okay, good.
As you head in, you can see your uncle stood behind his desk, but he's not alone. Stood with his back to the door is your younger brother, Tor. Will, would you like to describe what Tor looks like? Obviously, we've seen him before, but he's a little bit older now. If you want to just give us a rundown of where he's at the moment.
Yeah, sure. He's taller than he used to be, even in the past 6 months. He is growing at quite a pace. He's probably around your height now. Despite kind of the age difference between them. He still seems to be growing his tusks as well. He's wearing a gold band on one of them. Otherwise, he's wearing fairly like nondescript, like inside clothing, not the sort of thing you'd wear to go out on an adventure or anything. With quite a simple kind of tunic and trousers. And he has two sort of small glasses perched on the base of his trunk, which are a new fixture since you last saw him.
Oh my god, he's a nerd! He's a nerd!
Oh, I'm gonna hug him so bad.
And they're like very small glasses at the very base of his trunk that keeps
Like little pincers.
slipping down, and he reaches up with his the end of his trunk to push them up.
Okay. Well, I really want to go and hug him, but I don't feel like I can, so I will just stand to attention.
Okay.
He mockingly salutes you,
but
in like a sloppy, like a civilian pretending to do an over-the-top salute sort of thing. Doesn't say anything.
I very officially salute him back in the way that it was like proper to greet another like member of the house. And I'm like smiling and I'm saying, Uncle, I haven't seen Tor since I left. Is it alright if I greet him properly?
Go on.
I give him a hug and I lift him up off the ground.
Aww.
He squeezes you back slightly awkwardly and then sort of taps your shoulder again so you put him down.
I put him down, but I'll like use my trunk to like ruffle his head a little bit.
Aww.
You're getting so big.
Sister?
What have you been eating? The orcs outside the castle.
Not all of them. Alright, how are you?
Good. We've just been to the ball in Antaburgh, and our lord requested my presence back here. I'm assuming you know what's going on?
Me?
I haven't filled him in.
Understood.
No. Don't think they'd tell me first.
As Anna speaks, it's like she's a different person again and is kind of back into soldier mode.
He kind of gestures to both of you. He says, sit down, both of you. And Delphi, thank you for joining us as well. Please take a seat.
Delphinium, this is my little brother, Tor Ador Atherdale.
Why in God's name did you use my full name?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
It's proper! Tor, this is my adventuring companion.
Hi, I'm Delphi.
Yeah, Delphi. I messed up there. Please call her Delphi.
Delphi, okay. Welcome aboard, Garamas. It's an honour for an outsider to be here, so it's nice to see you.
It's a lovely city.
And yeah, I'll sit down.
I didn't want to tell either of you this ahead of time. I felt it was most appropriate to sit down and talk to both of you. And Tohsya, apologies for bringing you away from the festivities. With your current schedule, I wasn't sure how long you'd be staying in Antaburgh. I felt that because of your notable absence, Tohsya, that it might be appropriate, seeing as we both have you in the same place at the same time, to have a practice round of the duel.
Oh. Is this like, Ellie, is this like a done thing that I would know about? Or is this like...
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
no.
This is weird. Okay, I thought so. I'm gonna be like, a practice round. Kind of conspiratorially. I thought it was supposed to be, an actual competition.
Aye, you're right. And, well, I don't know if either of you are necessarily of age yet where it would necessarily be appropriate. I believe Tor, at the very least, needs a little more time. But, well, we thought it might be appropriate to do so. Obviously, Tohsya, you're busy at the moment with your work, and it sounds as though it's pressing enough that it should take some precedence over the proceedings in the city, but we thought, yes, that it was worth having an opportunity just to see how both of you are measuring up against each other at the moment. As it's a little unconventional, we thought it would be appropriate for you to both choose a second. Delphi seems a capable fighter, and so I thought that you would potentially be interested in having her as your second, Tohsya, and Tor, I'm not sure who you might choose, but rest assured you'll have some time to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen none like Delphi on the battlefield, so I suppose that sounds appropriate.
Tor just bows his head sort of silently and deferentially, does try to sort of flick a side eye at Tohsya and gauge her reaction to what her uncle's saying.
I think I'm trying to keep a formal face on, but I have -1 charisma. She is not a good liar. She is kind of clearly taken aback and a little upset by this, but is acting like everything's normal.
I'm gonna roll a little insight check to see if Asa figures that out. He rolled a 6, so
Yay!
no, he doesn't. He thinks you're fine, and isn't that good?
I think that's also the thing about their culture, though, is it doesn't really matter if she's upset or not, as long as she pretends she's not upset. It's kind of fine.
Do either of you have any questions for me? After you?
It's tradition, Uncle, for the holder of the title to set the restrictions for magic and items and so on. So, in advance, would you be able to lay out the requirements?
Above game. What kind of restrictions have you put in place for this previously, or are there no restrictions that you know of?
I would think it kind of depends on the situation, because obviously in this case, from at least what Tohsya knows, is kind of assumed that Tor is going to surrender at the start of the duel, and then they won't have to fight each other, which is why she's upset, because she's like, I've never thought I would ever have to lay a hand on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think historically the reasonable ones would be like, spells are fine, no magic items, don't kill someone without giving them a chance to yield, basically.
Okay. I think I'm going to waive the no magic items, because I know Will has a magic item that's like, soz, but then so does
Boomerang hammer.
Then so does Tohsya, so I think that is evenly matched for the both of you. Yes, he is. Yeah, okay, so back in game. He says, well, obviously, the restrictions around considering your sister's safety and ensuring that whatever damage you do is non-lethal is the key. Aside from that, I've convened with some of the other lords. I believe that the lords of strength and creation are both particularly interested in making magic more of a commonplace pursuit in these tournaments. So please feel free to use whatever tools you may have at your disposal.
That implication of the lords of the city kind of leads me on to my query. Is Father going to be present for the fight?
That wasn't the original intention. Originally it was just going to be us and me and the other 4 lords, as it's obviously a private matter. Usually in the real thing you'll have a far bigger audience, but we wanted to have a little more of a private affair. Your father can be there if you would like him to be, though.
I think that would maybe be best.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Lord.
Do you have any questions, Delphi? This is obviously quite an unfamiliar custom to you.
Why are you fighting? We don't fight without need within Korafi. That is the main thing that I don't understand.
I see, yes. From the outside, it may seem as though our culture is a violent one, but I assure you that couldn't be further from the truth. It's not violence we seek, it's battle. And I know that they sound like very similar things, but in reality, battle is about strategy, intelligence, strength, knowing one's foe and oneself. These are things we pride ourselves on here in Gaimaros. Eventually, one of these 2 will be my successor, and it's important that whomever takes my role has to embody these qualities. We believe that combat between 2 opponents is a valiant way to assess those skills.
Okay. I will trust you have your reason.
Call it cultural differences, if nothing else.
Of course.
Well, it's late. I should let you both get to bed. Both of your rooms are made up, ready for you. You have all day tomorrow to train and prepare in whatever ways you deem necessary, and the duel will commence at sunrise the following day. Any other questions?
None. Thank you for your time.
No, sir.
Fantastic. You're dismissed. Have a good night.
Turn and leave, but not, marching ahead of the other 2.
Cool. So you're all heading back to the kind of common rooms together, if that's where you would like to go?
Yeah, I kind of want to wait until I have Tor and I and Delphi out of earshot of any of my uncle's entourage, for want of a better word.
Yeah, absolutely.
What in Praetor's name is going on?
I don't know, Tohsya. I didn't expect this either.
But why is he... I thought, like, I know we're supposed to fight, but we're not supposed to actually fight, you know?
It needs to, even if we're not fighting, it needs to look good.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we both look weak. I look like a joke, and you look like someone who could just beat a joke.
I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you.
Who are you going to pick for your second?
There's a few people I know.
Mysterious. No little girlfriends and boyfriends.
As mysterious as your friend here.
Ha! Delphi's no mystery. She's lovely. I mean, then Tohsya like pauses and is like, well, Delphi has mysterious elements to her, but she is very upfront about a lot of aspects of herself, and I respect and appreciate that. And I kind of like very heartily clap Delphi on the back. Okay then, so I guess best practice is for us to spar tomorrow?
What, you two?
If you like.
I mean, you should probably practice with the second. Yeah, we're fighting.
Wait, what are the seconds? What is this?
Oh, so yeah, sorry, you explain, Ellie.
I'll just say this above game because I'm using the second in a slightly incorrect way. Obviously, usually in duels, the second is the person that takes your place after you get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I think that would be deeply boring for Eiriol, so
Sure.
it's just going to be 2v2 basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, also, historically, the second is sometimes the person who fights, and the first is not the person who's fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, wait,
That
have you
too.
just volunteered me to fight on your behalf?
The seconds will fight each other, and the primaries will fight each other.
I mean, you volunteered me to fight.
Yeah.
No, so we'll essentially work as a support team. So you'll be able to, help me out whilst also fighting Tor's second. I can't cast magic, for example. You can cast spells on me.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it will be, obviously, let's try to not kill my lovely brother or any of his little friends. But I think it would perhaps be a good idea for us to practice. Tor is right, they want a show. So if we can figure out, what looks good together. Delphi, have I told you about this? And I kind of like gesture to the air between me and Tor. The fight.
Oh. For a second then I thought you had gone mad.
For a second?
You're the worst.
No, you have never mentioned a fight.
Okay, so basically, in order to if someone has multiple heirs to, their position in government, what you do is the heirs will engage in combat against one another as a demonstration sort of their strength, to be like, look, I'm super strong and smart, and that means I'm going to be a good ruler. Tor has always been more like Dad, and I guess, it's not your thing. If it's your thing, like, I'll absolutely fight you properly, but the assumption has been that because this never seemed like anything Tor wanted to do, that you can yield. You go to the fight starts, and then you can immediately surrender. And it's not a dishonorable thing to do. It's just about taking part in the ritual and the performance. That is kind of, at least, I've been away for months, I could be wrong, but what I had assumed would always happen. So I don't really love the thought of having to hit my brother with my warhammer, with his mother's warhammer.
Our mother's
warhammer. But, what he says goes.
Things are changing, Tohsya.
What's changed?
In fairness. I know you've only been away for 7 months?
Give or take.
And yeah, there's a growing dissatisfaction uniting the people.
With what?
With how it's run,
Oh.
with the direction of the city. I don't mean where it's going. I mean,
Yeah, no, I
metaphorically.
Yeah, I understood that bit. Thank you.
So Uncle feels that we need a real leader to unite the people. That's why he's pushing for this fight. You need to show how strong you are, and me yielding to you does not do that. People think of you as the one who's run away. You know that.
Is he lying to me?
Give me an insight check.
Do I get advantage because I'm his big sister?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
How many times
not.
have you lied to your brother?
I was gonna say,
Yeah, he's
come
my
on,
little brother. I can read him like a book.
My little sister is completely inscrutable.
That's a 14.
Ominous?
You can't tell. I think you don't think he's lying.
Yeah.
You don't see why he would be lying.
That's somehow worse. Okay.
But he's harder to read than he used to be, for sure.
They think I run away. One of the last things that Mum ever said to me was that I need to go and learn about the world in order to properly serve our people.
She might have said that to you, but she didn't say that to the people here. You're a leader and a servant that's never in the city. Who are you serving? The city or these people? And he points at Delphi.
Delphi, Doigo, have you considered that maybe they're not annoyed at you because of you're not fighting well enough, and that because you're not running the city right? We don't have fights in our city because there is no need to fight to run it.
It's a nice idea, but, you know, hundreds of years of tradition are pretty hard to fight against.
And is that not worth fighting against?
Look, all I know is I just need to do what I'm told. It's just easier that way. And, you know, we have healers on hand. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
If you ask me to, I will fight for you.
Thank you.
But trust me, this is not worth it. This fight is not worth it.
Tora, could you show Delphi to where her quarters are, please? I need to go and do something.
Okay.
Deck of Many Aces is Anne Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Really big thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ebad, KP, and Steph Burke Stelia. Head to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces to hear your name in that list of legends and check out the bonus content that we offer. Alternatively, you can go to supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words for one-time donations. If you enjoy our podcast, please, please, please do give us a review. It's incredibly helpful for growing podcasts like ours, and we read them all, and it makes us really happy. You can leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice, or alternatively on Podchaser. You can follow us on social media at Deck of Many Aces, pretty much everywhere. Or if you want to get in contact with us by email, you can send an email to deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. All the music for this podcast is written by me, Chloe Elliott. You can find it on all music streaming platforms. The entire thing is on SoundCloud though, so there's your tip. Go there for all of the secrets. And if you want to find us in other places on the internet, you can find myself and Am on our sister podcast, A Rendezvous with Destiny. You can also find me on Bowies and Spelljammer, which airs on the Roleplay Factory on YouTube. And to find out what creative things that Ellie is up to, head to the episode description to sign up for their mailing list. Well, that's me signing off. Have an ace week. Bye!